It was supposed to be just another quiet afternoon at the little roadside diner. The smell of fresh coffee drifted through the air. Country music played softly from an old jukebox, and locals chatted over burgers and pie. But for 18-year-old Emily Carter, even something as ordinary as eating lunch alone took courage. Emily had been born with cerebral palsy. Walking required metal braces on both legs, and speaking took extra effort. Though her smile always came easily, every Friday after volunteering at the local animal shelter, she treated herself to a grilled cheese sandwich and strawberry milkshake at the same diner. The waitresses knew her by name, and the regular customers always waved. That Friday started no differently. Emily slowly made her way to her favorite booth by the window, carefully placing her backpack beside her walker. She opened a sketchbook, filled with drawings of birds, flowers, and smiling faces, while waiting for her meal. Across the room, 4 college-aged bullies noticed her. At first, it was just whispering. Then came the laughing. One of them mocked the way she walked. Another imitated her speech. A third secretly recorded her with a phone, while the others burst into cruel laughter. Most customers looked away. No one wanted trouble. Emily kept her eyes on her sketchbook, pretending she couldn't hear. But everyone knew she could. When the waitress, Linda, brought Emily's lunch, one of the young men walked over. "Hey," he sneered loudly. "Did someone forget to tell you? Halloween was months ago." His friends erupted with laughter. Emily quietly whispered, "Please, just leave me alone." Instead, another bully grabbed the edge of her sketchbook and flipped through the pages. "What is this?" "Kindergarten art." He ripped out one of her favorite drawings, a picture. She'd spent 6 hours finishing, and crumpled it. Emily reached for it. "Please." Before she could grab the paper, one of the girls in the group slapped Emily hard across the face. The diner fell silent. Emily froze. Her glasses slipped onto the floor. Tears filled her eyes, but she never raised a hand. Linda rushed forward. "Enough. Leave her alone." The manager threatened to call the police. The group laughed as they walked out. "Cry about it," one of them shouted before the door slammed shut. Emily quietly picked up her broken glasses. She apologized. "I'm sorry for causing trouble." Linda's heart shattered. "You have absolutely nothing to apologize for." Emily tried to smile. "It happens." Those 2 simple words broke everyone in the diner. "It happens," as if cruelty had become something she expected. Linda hugged her tightly while another customer helped tape Emily's glasses together. An elderly veteran quietly paid for Emily's lunch before leaving. Emily thanked everyone, finished only a few bites, and slowly walked home. No one noticed the man sitting alone in the far corner wearing a black leather vest. He hadn't said a word. He simply watched, then he quietly paid his bill and made one phone call. Exactly 1 hour later, the peaceful rumble of motorcycle engines echoed through the small town. 1 motorcycle, then 5, then 10, then 20. Finally, more than 60 motorcycles rolled into the diner's parking lot. Every conversation inside stopped. The front door opened. Heavy boots stepped across the floor. Leather vests, military patches, American flags, gray beards, tattooed arms, strong faces carrying quiet dignity. Leading them was a tall biker named Jack Bear Morrison. He wasn't there looking for a fight. He was looking for Emily. Linda's eyes widened. "Can I help you?" Bear gently removed his sunglasses. "We heard someone hurt one of our girls." Linda looked confused. "Our girl?" Bear smiled. "Every child who gets bullied is one of ours." Silence filled the diner. Linda immediately understood. She quietly told Bear where Emily lived. Without another word, nearly 60 bikers climbed back onto their motorcycles. Neighbors peeked through curtains as the massive group stopped outside Emily's small home. Emily's mother stepped onto the porch, frightened. Bear removed his helmet. "Ma'am," he said kindly, "we're here because your daughter deserves to know something." Emily slowly came outside. She looked terrified. Had she done something wrong? Bear knelt so he could look her directly in the eyes. "I heard someone made you feel small today," Emily nodded. "They said, I don't belong." Bear smiled warmly. I've ridden across all 50 states. He pointed toward the long line of motorcycles. I've met soldiers, firefighters, doctors, mechanics, teachers, and police officers. Then he gently placed one hand over his heart. And every single one of us believes you belong. Emily burst into tears. Bear reached into one of his saddlebags. Inside was something unexpected. He carefully unfolded the crumpled drawing someone from the diner had retrieved from the trash. The paper had been professionally restored. We thought this deserved saving. Emily covered her mouth. You fixed it? No, Bear replied softly. You made it beautiful. One by one, every biker stepped forward. Some handed Emily sketchbooks. Others brought colored pencils. One gifted her an easel. Another presented a scholarship fund collected in less than an hour after hearing her story. Then came the greatest surprise. A famous local art gallery owner stepped forward. I heard what happened. He smiled. I'd like to host your first art exhibition. Emily couldn't believe it. My art? Yes. 3 months later, hundreds of people attended Emily's first gallery show. Every painting sold. The proceeds funded therapy programs for children with disabilities. The same diner, where Emily had once been humiliated, now displayed one of her largest paintings on its main wall. Beneath it hung a simple wooden plaque. Kindness is louder than cruelty. As for the bullies, they later returned to apologize. After seeing Emily's story shared across the community, Emily listened quietly, then accepted their apology not because they deserved it, but because she refused to let bitterness define her future. Years later, Emily became a nationally recognized artist and advocate for children with disabilities. Whenever she visited schools, she shared one lesson she had learned that unforgettable day. People may remember the moment someone hurt you, she would say, but they'll remember even longer the moment others chose to stand beside you. And somewhere across America's highways, whenever another child felt alone or forgotten, the rumble of motorcycles would once again echo in the distance. Because real strength isn't measured by how hard someone can hit. It's measured by how gently they can lift another person back to their feet. Sometimes heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes they wear leather vests, ride loud motorcycles, and remind the world that compassion will always travel farther than cruelty ever can.